It's going to be a battle for all 48 minutes. So it's my job to make sure that our guys are mentally and physically ready to go.
This is kind of our Super Bowl.
You know, we have what we have on the line. When you got a rivalry like we do with these guys, your blood gets boiling a little bit more than it usually does, I think.
The season comes to a close for two national powerhouses tonight. For the Img Academy Ascenders, they're looking to finish strong with a perfect 9-0 record.
We won the national championship 2020, so going in 2021, last game at home, I mean, they ended up beating us, so I think it means a lot beating them at home.
Our separation is in the preparation. You don't win the game on Friday, you win the game on Monday. However you prepare is however your end goal is gonna pan out.
You have to feel it, you get excited. I mean, it's high school football, so that's definitely a big thing, especially here in Florida.
A real rivalry, you never really know what's going to happen, but you know it's going to be intense. You know that you're going to get the best game out of both teams, and those are the games that you enjoy being a part of, either as a coach or as a player, because you know that level of intensity is so high.
Friday night's going to be crazy, right? It's the biggest high school game being played Friday night. It's a rivalry. They're the only team that's played us consecutively every year. It's like the fifth game where we're 2-2.
They upset perfect record 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2021. So our guys will be locked in, ready to mentally and physically go out there and dominate.
We put in so much work, whether it's films, our schemes, studying for other teams. You know, and a lot of people don't see that, but there's always a process into winning. You know, you don't just go out there and win. So I feel like that's why practice is really everything. My preparation for this game started last week. Being this late into the season, you know, you get pretty banged up, so I've been dealing with things here and there, so heavy treatment every day, almost always with Ruby. You know, anything that I can do to, you know, make sure I'm one step of the curve, I try to do that, and Ruby's always here for us, no matter what it is, whether it's, you know, physical tips or hydration tips or, you know, treating our bodies, she's always here for it, and she helps me tremendously.
3 days out from a big game, we're making sure that everyone has recovered and making sure that everyone on the field is getting hydrated as much as possible. So we're taking a look at like 4 steps, so we're looking at their jumps to make sure that their readiness is where we want it to be. If it's not 3 days out, then we want to make sure that we're starting to limit some stuff in practice or maybe modifying some stuff in the weight room just to make sure that they are able to adapt and recover by Friday.
We tell our guys the best ability that you have is your availability. The biggest piece of that being the recovery standpoint. Hydration, especially here in Florida, is the most important part of what our guys can do to make sure that they're available to play.
So these guys are with Monday, Wednesday for a big game. Usually dial down the volume a little bit, so push intent. We use velocity-based training and we use elite form, so they'll see the speeds and the power up on the screen. Push that competition mindset in the gym, so they see the yellow screen pop up. I mean, they get all excited that they hit a new speed, that they're beating someone next to them. Right, so you're trying to keep that competition throughout the week because, I mean, these are some of the highest competitive players, especially in high school football. So, I mean, that's their mindset. That's kind of what got them here.
So when we think about what it's going to take those days leading up to game day, really making sure our communication with coaches is on point. Do we reach out to those kids and say, hey, it's really important that you make sure you get enough carbohydrates, that when you finish your lift on Wednesday, you're not skipping that Gatorade Recover Shake or Recover Bar, that you're making sure that you're getting in all the nutrients leading up.
big routine guys, so we've been doing the same thing each week. So like today, we have meetings in the morning, then we go out and practice, walk through practice. After practice on Thursday, we'll have ice baths and recovery, and then Friday we'll go play the game. It's all the same week in and week out.
2 days out for us is the last work day in pads. So it tends to be the most competitive one, the most spirited one, the one with the most energy.
You thought I was done for where you at. I came here for vengeance, watch your back. No need to defend, I'm on attack. Sorry they can't reply, but I guarantee they had a blast. Dominate a champ, you just a foreigner. Is that all you got? Come on.
Mood is high. Everyone's excited. It's the day before the day before. Third best day of the week. We're 2 days out. We call it the day before the day before. Energy's high. You kind of want to ramp it up each day. Our first 2 hard days are out of the week. We're putting polish on it today. Last day in pads. We'll walk through tomorrow, and then we let them loose on Friday.
Watch your step, look out for mine.
One thing I'm looking for when I'm out at practice is I'm just scanning the field, make sure everybody's on their feet, everyone's moving around, make sure everybody's moving to their, full capacity and no one's doing anything funky that I need to check out. But just making sure, my eyes are everywhere, I'm scanning all the position groups, just making sure everybody's moving the way they should be.
It's our Classic Wednesday, so we're treating things very similar. Guys are locked in, ready to go. We got Ruby out here getting guys physically right. But no, mood's high, they're rolling, and we're flying around having a good time.
So it's 2 days before a big game, so I'm really making sure that all the position groups, that they're hydrating in between their sets, in between plays, and I'm just making sure guys who have been, coming into the athletic training room this week are really explosive. We want to make sure that they're able to push off, they can accelerate, they can hit the speeds that they need to. So I'm still working with a couple kids over on the sideline, especially some of them over there and some of those kids over there as well, just making sure that they can, load their extremities as much as they can and then be able to explode and do what they need to do on Friday night.
Last real practice where we can get some real work done, and like I was saying, we took care of business, and 2 more days, we're gonna put everything on display. So, hey, just be ready.
Hey, IMG on 3, IMG on me, 1, 2, 3. IMG.
I thought today went really well. The guys had great energy. They were bouncing around. They were a very positive mindset from the start of practice. Part of that is the excitement of the game coming up. Part of that is the excitement of, and maybe not even the excitement, but seniors realizing that this is their last padded practice on IMG's campus. So that goes a long way, sometimes to a positive feel. It was good to see that. It was good to see that vibe and see the guys they're locked in. They're ready to play.
One day out from the big game, our main job is just making sure that the kids are ready. So ATs, S&C, mental, leadership, nutrition, making sure that we've done everything we can and we do everything we can to get these guys ready for the next 24 hours.
We try to encourage them at least lock it in that 24, 48 hours beforehand, right? Making sure you're, hydrating throughout the day and then also getting those consistent meals and snacks just to help you recover from everything you did earlier in the week.
Yep, our AT staff has done a tremendous job. They do a great job of treating our players, and they get preventative maintenance as well. So we really try to limit soft tissue injuries, anything that might be season injuries. So we tell our guys, even though something might not be nagging, every day you stop by the training room and get worked on something, right? So we have Dr. Ruby downstairs. She does a tremendous job. She does a great job of mentoring the kids as well, and really teaching them, how to take care of their body, right? Why to come in treatment, why is it so important? And then she also talks about the nutritional aspect of it, right? What to eat for breakfast. Make sure you're putting good stuff in your body so you're ready to go for practice.
Now that we're at the point that we're 1 day out, it's really the making sure that everything melds together. Obviously, we've gotten a ton of reps together in doing those things in the game plan and in the specific plays that we're running, but understanding how it all fits together, how the packages all come together, how it all melds together, and then what we're doing in certain situations, and making sure that the entire unit is on board with everything that we're doing, can execute the fundamentals of their position based on the play that's called. You know, so Thursday, the day before, one day out from a game for us is a big cleanup, polished day.
The athletes don't care what you know until they know that you care. You talk to any practitioner around here and on our team, like they'll tell you the same exact thing. It's at the core of what we do. This is kind of their last time to be able to leave like their high school legacy. So no, we've had some conversations about, hey, how do we want to finish this chapter out? At the end of the day, they're closing the chapter of, you know, one of their stories, and we want to make sure that they're set up to do that the right way. We did a session this week. We were in a room for 45 minutes, and we discussed and talked about our legacy and the story that we want to leave as a high school athlete. And that's some high level stuff for sure. But when we are having those conversations, we're pretty strategic in okay, we can outline all we want, but we got to make sure that we're taking those steps into that legacy that we want to leave.
Game day, I'm not sure that there's a way to put it into words. There's a level of intensity and tension in the air. It's cliche, but you could cut it with a knife. And as the day goes on, you can feel that intensity just getting more and more and more heavy in the air. And then especially when our guys get here, it's pretty locked in.
Once it comes to game time, I'm just focused on the moment and trying to win each situation, right? We talk about winning each play, and each play has its own situation, whether it's 1st and 10 or 2nd and 5, we just have to win that situation. So my job as being the head coach and being the leader of the program, I just got to be in control of my emotions, and obviously guide our team to win the next play.
3 core values: discipline, accountability, toughness. That's what it's about. 48 minutes. Real simple. Have your knees covered. Tuck your shirts in. And play as hard as you can for 48 minutes. It's not about talking. It's about hitting somebody over and over and over again. And just when you think they're done, keep fucking hitting them. Keep fucking hitting them all fucking night long. You got me?
Yes, sir.
I'm so excited to watch you guys go out there and like fly around, play physical, and celebrate together, because this is a fucking football program. This is a football program. So let's go.
You don't get a lot of these chances. Football's a different sport. It's not like basketball where, in the NBA they play 82 games in playoffs, and hockey plays 82 and baseball plays 162, and you're playing every night or every other night. Football's a different sport. You get one chance at this a week. So the emotion going into it, knowing full well that you don't get a lot of these opportunities, you know that it's limited and you can't take it for granted. It's go time now.
And we are underway. Important to note, they are one of only 2 teams that have won here at Img Academy Stadium in the last 10 years.
I've been a part of some big rivalries, and they're always fun to be a part of, especially when they come at the end of the year. There's that level of it's coming. That game is always circled on your calendar. So our guys they know what's at stake.
And now Jaden Bradford will lead the Ascenders out onto the field.
So the term brotherhood is very special to us here. I mean, we have athletes that come from all over, especially if you look at the program, they're all over the world, all over the country. And it's really, really cool to see them all come together as one. We haven't been playing with each other since we were in 3rd grade. We're all coming from different areas. We've been in the game different times or different lengths of time. And so when they come here and they know, like, this is our culture, this is our standard, you're either in it or you're out. And I think for a lot of these athletes, it is very, very important. And I do think this brotherhood, you know, it really does create friendships and relationships that they carry with them through college, through life, and it's really nice to see.
With 5:12 remaining in the half, IMG goes up 3-0 over the Panthers of St. Francis. And that is the big man, Jonathan Eccles, trying to leap over. Bradford takes the snap. Play action to Rogers, fires across the middle. Illuminate gets it one-handed from behind. Still on his feet down to the 5-yard line. Donovan Illuminate. And now quickly out to Gibson, trying to get into the end zone. Touchdown! Jerry Gibson. And it is IMG Academy late in the second quarter to make it 10-0.
Jaden Bradford's been in the tent since the team came back out at halftime, and 8th grader Jaden Wade has been taking snaps and is now playing catch on the sideline. 3rd and short coming up, and an update on the other developing story. Jaden Bradford has exited the tent. He does have his helmet on and has joined the offense on the bench.
4th down and another punting situation for the Ascenders. So 2 quick drives for IMG Academy, and now momentum seems to be in favor of St. Francis. Michael Van Buren takes the snap. Van Buren's going to take it in himself. And touchdown. IMG's lead shrinks. It's 10-7. Real gut check time for the IMG defense. Rogers still on his feet, shakes one, spins forward, trying to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Ascenders! Anthony Rogers wills his way into the end zone. We'll send Coger in motion. Play action, Van Buren rolling to his right. Pocket closes, down he goes! Gavin Nix. Oh, captain, my captain. And now St. Francis with an opportunity to drive down the field 51 yards. Takes the snap, it's high! The ball gets away! David Stone picks it up at the 25! IMG recovers! Oh my goodness!
What an incredible way to win the game.
What an absolutely spectacular finish. The IMG defense has kept them in this game. We couldn't ask for a better end of the season for the Ascenders.
Listen, I couldn't be prouder. We couldn't be prouder of you. You guys sacrificed so much, being away from home. Come here to pursue your dreams, to live nice like this. I told you July 20th, I'm telling you today. Let their song fucking go. We work for that.
I think just being able to watch them celebrate that moment, I mean, that's, for me, like, that's a memory that I love to see.
There was only one team that could stop us, and it was us. It was us. I told you guys to trust the process, play with great discipline, accountability, and toughness. We have great results. It's tough to be perfect in anything. You guys tonight, perfect. Let's go.
Being able to see that success and that come to life, like, that's why we get up in the morning, for sure.